Yes, indeed. B-Marsh Boxing back at it. Live on this live stream, man. Watching this fight. Tyson Fury beats Pianeta by unanimous decision, 10 rounder. He had the head movement, you know what I'm saying? The upper body movement was on point. The man was pivoting. Tyson Fury won every single round. I didn't even need to pull out a scorecard for this fight. The man Tyson Fury was just jabbing this guy. He was throwing body shots. He mixed it up. He was on the inside in round 6 and 7. Had Pianeta on the ropes. He hit him with a low blow in round 7. But for the most part, it was an outside fight. Pianeta caught him seldomly with a couple left hooks. But this was a total control fight by the man Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Sorry if my voice sounds a little like it's gone, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's just like Deontay Wilder's. Wilder came up in the ring after Tyson Fury got his win over Pianeta. And as you can see from my title, man, they confirmed the fight is on. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not happy or mad about this fight. I'm actually happy. Now, you see, this is the problem I got with boxing fans, especially these Anthony Joshua fans. I'm not even going to call them just UK fans, you know what I mean? Because I can't just, categorize a whole demographic, you know what I mean? I'm not the National Bureau of Census, so I can't speak for everybody in England. But these Anthony Joshua fans, they hate the fact that Deontay Wilder is about to get this fight with Tyson Fury. They actually discussed it. I don't know what their problem is. Look, man. The man Deontay Wilder tried to make negotiations with Anthony Joshua. They fell through. What do you expect the man to do? What these Anthony Joshua fans would like the man to do is fight guys like Manuel Charr, Derek Chisora, lower tier Ustinov, lower tier heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? That's what they would want him to do. So what they're going to say? Oh, Deontay Wilder ain't fought nobody. He just fight bums. Fucking Luis Ortiz was the guy these Anthony Joshua fans wanted Wilder to fight. As soon as he beats him, now the man fucking, the Cuban southpaw, the most feared fighter in the heavyweight division, before Wilder beat him and after Wilder beat him. Now all of a sudden the guy's old. He's 43 years old, 45. The guy ain't fought nobody. This, that, and the third. But you guys said this guy was the guy Wilder should fight. You guys picked this guy, Ortiz, to beat Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Just so you could say the man Wilder ain't fought nobody. That's what I don't like about boxing fans. Some boxing fans ain't got no backbone. They don't have a spine. They some caterpillars, you know what I mean? They just can crawl on their belly. You check it in. That's some nut-ass shit that they don't want the man Deontay Wilder, who obviously is going to make his biggest payday of his career, because negotiations fell through and didn't go through with Anthony Joshua. What do you expect the man to do? The man about to get a payday fucking with the man Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury is in shape or not, look, man, the guy came in at what? He weighed in at 250-something yesterday for this Pianeta fight, Tyson Fury. Ain't that the same weight that the guy Joshua fought when he fought fellas like Takum and them? Wasn't he 254? You check it. Why they don't want the man Wilder to fight Tyson Fury? So Wilder could get his biggest payday. You know what I'm saying? A big marquee fight. Call it a super fight or not, you could call it what you want. You could call it a garbage or the litter fight. Who gives a fuck, man? At the end of the day, Wilder's making career moves. And if so, that what Anthony Joshua fights, so does happen to come back to the table, guess what, man? He has now more leverage in negotiations. He's going to make north of $10 million. So Mike Tyson Fury, you know what I'm saying? Why you don't want these guys to get their payday? Talking about it's a cherry pick fight. Well, the same Anthony Joshua said that he'll knock Wilder out in 3 rounds. Where he at? This guy's quiet as a church mouse. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn, he definitely doesn't want this fight to happen. He says he has his doubts. You know what I mean? The man Tyson Fury does have a reputation of, basically not focusing, whether it was his drug use, PD allegations, mental depression, whatever the fuck it is. So he's skeptical that the fight's gonna happen. Well, of course he would. He doesn't want that fight to happen. Just like Anthony Joshua fans, you know what I mean? I have no problem with the fight whatsoever. Tyson Fury is an undefeated champion. He's still the lineal champion. And I don't, you look, man, the guy was the last guy. He was the guy to beat the guy. And last I remembered, the lineal title is a status rank, okay? There's no belt that says you're the lineal title, sure. But look, the man to beat the man. You know what I'm saying? The man beat Klitschko. Whether he was out the ring for a couple years, he still was the first person to make the domino effects happen. He's the one who opened up the gates for the heavyweight landscape to change because Klitschko had a monkey wrench on that motherfucker for 10 years. You know what I mean? So, say what you want, man. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder has to happen. I'd like to see it happen. And for all those who don't want to see it happen, middle finger to you. Let me read the chat, man. I see fellas in the chat. What's goody, fellas? 50 Sats, what's happening? He's in the chat. He says Wilder's too good for Fury. He will KO him in 3 rounds. So be it. I personally don't think so. I think Tyson Fury is a very dangerous opponent. When Tyson Fury beat Klitschko, I wasn't sure that Deontay Wilder could beat him then, at that given time. A prime Tyson Fury in the best of his shape. The only thing that might have looked a little off with him maybe might be his legs might not be as strong as they should, but his upper body movement and his head movement and pivoting out of, and he's a hard guy to hit with clean shots. You know what I mean? Dan the Man is in the chat. What's good, Dan the Man? He says, I'll be there in Vegas. You'll be there in Vegas. When's the fight happening, Dan the Man? Is it in December? If it is, man, that's a great time to be out there, man. Holiday season. You know, hopefully the fight happens, man. That's a good look. James Seltz, he's in the chat. He says, plenty of us here can't stand Eddie Sperm and the followers that swallow his BS. that's a new one, Eddie Sperm. Yeah, well, hey, man. Well, he has a strong following on the internet, man. And these guys, they'll defend Eddie Hearn to the utmost. You know what I mean? They're not even really. They're more like Matchroom fans. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn fans. You know? All right. Let me see what else is in the chat. James South says Fury still a tiny bit out of shape. Fury will be ready for Wilder. Fury and Ortiz are the best boxers in the heavyweight division, in my opinion. Boxers, pure technical skill boxers, I agree with you 100%. James Seltz, I think them two are the two best technically sound boxers, no doubt about it. You know, and one thing about Tyson Fury that I do like, you know, he's a historian of the game. He came into this fight talking about we about to see a heavyweight Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, I'll disagree with if his performance was like Ray Leonard because Ray Leonard's one of the best finishers I've ever seen. A pure boxer puncher, but a guy who goes in for the kill. He ain't leaving nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't leaving nothing on the table. He's going in for the kill. Mike D's in the chat. Mike D, the so-called black. He says, what up, B Marsh? What's good, son? How you feeling, man? Simon Brown, how you feeling? Simon Brown, is this Simon Brown, the former super welterweight champ and welterweight champion and lineal champion from the late 80s and the early 90s, midnight, you know what I mean? From based out of DC, Jamaican. I hope so, man, because I've been trying to get in contact with Simon Brown. I don't know if it is, but Simon Brown says, hi, I thought Fury was Shar. I don't know what Shar means. Mike D says, Fury gonna get worked over, probably on the 7th round stoppage. Possibly, man. But I personally don't think it's a cakewalk for Wilder. I really don't. I don't. I think this guy tonight was playing with his food. What's his name? Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? I think he was playing with his food just trying to get some rounds in him. You know what I mean? I think if he wanted to stop the guy, he could have. Because when he was letting his hands go, throwing combinations, left and right hooks, uppercuts right down the pike, I mean, he was landing any and everything he wanted. And switching stances on the guy Pianeta. Simon Brown says he would have Eknon about Wilder's announcement before fights. Announced before 4 fights would have wanted rounds. Simon Brown, I'm not getting quite what you're saying there. Dan the Man says November 10th or 17th from what I've heard. Okay, so it's going to be in November. November is usually a lit month for boxing. You know, I remember, was it 2015, 2016, November, every single weekend of November had fights, you know what I mean? So that's a good time for boxing, you know what I mean? Right before the holidays. What's his name? Mr. The Fly Guy. Mr. The Fly Guy said Eddie Hearn is the nephew of Tommy Hearns. I doubt that. His name is even Eddie Hearn, not Tommy Hearn, not Eddie Hearns. I even forgot there's a fight after this, excuse me, Carl Frampton shit. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, you know, I like how Deontay Wilder came into the ring after the fight. This is not tennis. This ain't gymnastics. This ain't water polo. This is a renegade sport called boxing. Fisticuffs. Ain't no, you know, shit ain't choreographed and, you know what I'm saying? Like how Anthony Joshua said he doesn't want the man Wilder to come into the ring. Wait, you know, all them type of, look how, what a peaceful event it was tonight between Wilder and Tyson Fury in the ring. And they both paid homage. They both told each other, I'm going to knock you out. But at the end of it, they both gave each other a pound, gave each other dap. And it's business, nothing personal, you know what I mean? The man Tyson, Anthony Joshua, he ain't want Deontay Wilder to get in the ring, you know what I mean? He wants to stay in his own comfort zone in the bubble. I guess he doesn't want that kind of face-to-face altercation. We still have yet to see a face-to-face face-off with the man Tyson, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Mike D says, hype for that fight though. Can't wait to see it. Me too. I can't wait to see it, man. It should be pay-per-view from what I've been hearing. Hey, if the card is good, which I'm pretty sure it will be, it's a Showtime card, you know, and Showtime usually have good boxers. You're not going to see, for example, you might even see maybe Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia on an undercard like that, maybe. Or maybe that's its own pay-per-view fight too, who knows. But for the roster that Showtime PBC Al Heyman has, you definitely going to see marquee fights, you know what I mean, on that undercard. So I suspect I will be purchasing that one come November 10th or the 17th, as Dan the Man said. Connor James Addis, he's in the fight chat. He says, oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage style. He said, what fights? Errol Spence? I'm not sure which fight you're asking about, Connor James Addis. What do you mean, no chance? No chance for Spence and Mikey Garcia to be on an undercard of Tyson Fury? That's what you mean? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, they might make that pay-per-view themselves, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think you're right. Mike B says, I might actually buy that to support. Yeah, I'll definitely buy that. His first pay-per-view. And it's with a good fighter in Tyson Fury, undefeated, you know what I mean? There's a lot on the line for that fight, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if he does so happen to get through Tyson Fury, his payday is only, and his leverage status in the negotiation boardroom, it's only gonna rise when he gets in there to negotiate with Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? Ain't no more of that 15 million flat fee shit. Now we're gonna be talking about $20 million and north of that. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. But yo, Be Marsh Boxing, man. I'm about to seal the deal on this live stream. Let me know what y'all think about Tyson Fury and because this video is really about the post-fight interview between Fury and Wilder. The fight was what it was. It was much better for sure than Tyson Fury's first fight when he fought that Albanian cruiserweight. But tonight, He looked better. He looked like he was trying to go rounds. And at the end of the day, they promised us a fight in the wintertime for Wilder and AJ. You know what I mean? Mike D says, oh yeah, it's gonna have to be 60-40 now. Yeah, I agree. 60-40 for sure. Maybe even more. 55-45. Connor James says Tyson Fury is nuts for fighting Wilder now. Hey man, well, I don't know if he's nuts. He's undefeated. The guy does have the skills. He has the skill set. It's a long time between now, August and December. So he was in much better shape than he was for his fight. When was it? In March, earlier this year when he fought that Albanian cruiserweight. So he's only gonna come in better shape. You know what I mean? Connor James Addis says he looks poor, but it would be amazing if he wins. Yeah, I think so. It would be, but he's still, I think it's a difficult fight for both guys. You know what I'm saying? I think both guys. When Wilder ever fought a guy who's 6'9"? When? And Tyson Fury uses every inch of his length as far as reach and height. So it's gonna be a difficult fight for Wilder, man. Don't get it twisted, man. I'll have the same butterflies I had going into that fight like I did for Wilder versus Ortiz. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. But yo, B March Boxing, I'm about to seal the deal. Big ups to Connor James Addis, Mike D, Mr. The Fly Guy, Dan the Man, Simon Brown. Big ups to everybody. 50 Sats, James Sells. Thanks for coming through in the chat. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next vid. All right? Peace.